What is up, my YouTube channel, and everyone that's watching this that searched up guides on Valorant. Today we have the 2025 guide for all roles in Valorant. Thank you, boys. Let's get started. The first rule of playing controller correctly is not really a rule, it's more of an ideal. You want to be the ideal player on controller. So meaning the controller player should have the best mechanics on the team. I know this is a weird concept, but if you look at most professional teams out there, their controller player is probably one of the best mechanical players on the team, or if not the best. Like when Tens was on Sentinels, he's the best mechanical player in the team and he's playing Omen. Look at Bang now. I wouldn't consider him the most mechanical, but I would consider him extremely mechanical. Obviously he's a pro, but what I'm saying here is you're a character who throws vital utility for your team and support to your team. Therefore, you are usually last alive, which makes you a very high clutch factor. Not by winning, by possibilities of being alive, right? So your aim and your mechanics should be 1 to none the best on your team. Usually when I play controller, I get the most kills because I know how to play my role in controller, right? You want to start off with slow, with util, listen to your IGL, flash for your team, give smokes, whatever, etc., etc. And you want to be able to take gunfights off your initiator and off your other duelist presence, My duelist is swinging here, I'm going to hold. My duelist dashes in, I'm holding this. That kid swings, he's dead. You want to be extremely mechanical and kind of smart on your angles, right? That's one big thing a controller player needs. This is the second rule for controller, which I don't see a lot of low-level players doing. I see more high-level players doing because, it makes more sense. Bunker smokes. Bunker smokes are huge. It's not... So, ready? Watch. Okay. They're coming B, right? Most Omens throw... Say your Omen backside. They're coming B. You just throw the B main smoke on defense, right? And that's it. And then you play flash, and then you sit backside, and you flash, and you see them, and then you go, oh, yeah, TP out, TP out, right? Well, how about you try a bunker smoke? Well, bunker smokes are simple. That's it. It's a bunker smoke. They have to physically clear me now. Listen, no matter where you are, no matter who you are, you can get spammed. Obviously, this isn't like a new thing. Like, yeah, you get spammed. Yeah, sure. But is it better to get spammed in a unlucky scenario or stand back here and wait till they hard clear you by 4, right? One bunker smoke I like to do is this one here. Take the space out, right? If they come out too fast or they jump down too quick, you can swing close. Or you can do something like this where you play deep in the bunker, back sight, kill this kid here. Yeah, you could just flip around, do stuff that's unorthodox, right? One more thing with smoking bunkers, right? Or something like this, right? These spots go unclear a lot of the time. Throw a smoke right here. Now you're playing inside the smoke. They drop sight, they might spam this. You're in the off angle here, you swing out, shit on. Look at the bunker smoke, A lot of things anywhere on site's a bunker. And if you ever watch Valorant Pro League, there's a big bunker right here. This is a big bunker smoke. They call it site smoke. I call it bunker smokes because it's like, think about it, it's like a little bunker in the site that you can play in, right? I call it bunker smoke. So like, look at this one. This is a big one in Pro League. You see this one all the time. My Omen's here, he smokes this, and he throws a bunker smoke for himself, and they're playing here. And now look how harder it is for the attack to clear this, right? They dash in the site, now it's like there's a big question mark right here. Like, fuck, is he back here? Do I have to like swing the smoke, Is he close? Is he playing a deep off angle back here? Holding like this, And then he occasionally checking, maybe go back like here. It's just a big strat. So one thing I want to see integrated into more controllers play is bunker smokes and side smokes. Third rule for controller is learn how to play your ult to win the round. This applies more to Viper, Brim, and Astra than Omen and Harbor. Harbor can win rounds, but well, Omen can too. Your TP is very big. You grab bomb, and then you rotate A or rotate B, right? That's big. But learn how to play your ult in a scenario where you're gonna win the round no matter what you do, right? Brim ult is a fucking nuclear airstrike, Clove ult is pretty good for getting aggro and winning rounds. Asher ult is really good for post plant on attack and defense, depending on what you're playing and depending how you play it. There's a lot of great ults for running rounds on controller. And if you pair them with ults from your initiator and your duelist, what are we talking about, guys? This is why Valorant is known as a gimmick fucking game. If you have 5 ults, you're probably gonna win the round. Fourth rule on controller: put down perfect smokes every time. Right? You're a human. You're going to have human error. You're going to make a mistake eventually, which is fine. On average, have better smokes than shittier smokes. What's the problem with this smoke right here? And now you're going to be like, oh, I don't, it's the big ass crack gap in the fucking smoke, right? Right? That's an easy one to say. What's the problem with that smoke there, right? Now, this is a harder one. Maybe not for a high rank player, but for a low rank player. What's wrong with this smoke right here? The thing that's wrong is look how much space they have to play inside of it before you have to close the door. I can even spam this kid and swing outside, right? Put down perfect utility. Make sure it's right on the edge of that door, you know? Right on the edge of that door. And I can scale like this. Right on the edge. Close door. You know? Put the heaven smoke right on the edge of that door. You know, like, you're gonna have bad smoke placements. Of course you are. But you want to have an idea of what perfect looks like, right? Another thing, coordinate with your duelists your utility to give them. Most controllers have a piece of utility that can enhance players around them, right? I mean, Omen Flash literally is a fucking hallway blind, dude. Like a literal hallway blind, right? So this is enhancing your entry. Stim Beacon enhances dogs, drones. You know, it makes them speed up. Enhance your drones on B bind, on B long, right? Claw vulnerability enhances an entry. That guy's low. Harbor, cascade and walls. You know, they enhance positioning. Stuff like that. Enhance the people around you. Don't just throw good smoke. And this is the one thing, pet peeve with Omen players, right? Good smoke. You know, good smoke out of them. Good heaven smoke too. And then they're just like, no, I'm just gonna TP. And then they plant a bomb, and they're all on TP. And then they have their flash the whole fucking round, and then they don't use it, and they die. Use your shit. Use your shit. Use your utility, please. And rule number 5 on the controller is you are, if not the only clutcher on your team. I understand that there are rounds where your Jet will clutch, where your fucking KJ will clutch, where your Initiator will clutch. But if we're doing a rough percentage of every time there's a clutchable round, who's last alive, most likely it's the controller. Most likely, if you're good at least. So win more clutches. Be more clutchable. Be more clutch. Have better experience on 1vx's or 2vx's to know your ideas of utility and clutching. In a 1v2, you know, tap bomb, smoke heaven, TP up, you know, take an early engagement, fall down, TP out of the smoke, swing back. You know, like, learn how to clutch, learn how to play smart. Don't just be the guy that never clutches. Your role in the aspect of the Valorant like world, the best players sometimes are the controller. Loud less. Now he's on Vitality. Less. Pancada. Bang. Tens. All these smoke players are fucking disgusting at clutching. Boaster, Marved, these all have the highest percentage clutches. They're all controller players because you're last alive usually, and you need to put the team on your back in a 1vx scenario. That's how it's gonna be. This is why I'm also saying you should be one of the best mechanically on your team, because that's how you win clutches. You mechanically outdo them. That was the last thing for controller, and now we're on to our last role in the game of Valorant, and that is Sentinel.